Hey guys, this is John here in Los Angeles with the Alpha Channel update for Saturday, September 15th. Today we're going to start with the Yggdrasil deck. This is the box. It's a nice heavy magnetic box with a book called The Bifrost that explains all the, you know what? It strikes me now why they didn't do this in color, so they didn't have to do a bunch of rainbow shit. That's why it's in black and white. They should have used heavier contrast, but anyhow, today's card is Hreslug, Reflection, and it's a good card for today. It's a very good card for today. In general. For me, September 15th is an extra special day. And if you guys want to check out this comic book and the audiobooks, this one especially, the Legend of Ashley Fox, then you'll discover why September 15th is a special day. Today though, today I have a few things. We're going to look at Conan, but we're also I'm going to look at the art in Starlight Cats, and I'm going to talk about what I thought about Salamandroid, Death's Sting. I have a couple copies of this here. Sorry for beating it up. But these are the copies that I have. I believe they're all the same comic. And so yesterday we looked at the art. Today I read this, cover to cover, every word. And this is a perfect, if you have never read a Cyberfrog book before, this is a perfect first book. This is a perfect first book. It's action, it's exposition, and it's recap. This is everything that takes place. Basically, it explains the whole, and it shows, it doesn't tell. Look, Ethan did a magnificent job writing and drawing this comic. As someone who doesn't know anything about Cyberfrog, this is everything I needed to know. We have this guy, Marcus Blue and Scorpion, who are a sort of a synced pair, like Trickron and whatever Salamandroid's name is. But they're a pair, and then these two are a pair, and Scorpion eats his brother's head, and then steals the robot, and apparently has built an army of robots. And he has like these dreadnoughts. He's like Megatron. And he fights Salamandroid. Salamandroid here is fighting Vespus. This is really good. It tells you everything you need to know to catch up on the story. And Salamandroid then protects his brother Cyberfrog for like 20 years. And we get, it's not even narrated. It's all dialogue. That's really awesome. As a writer, mad respect to Ethan for he didn't even rely on some Sam Elliott in The Big Lebowski narrator. This is all dialogue, scene to scene. This is how I would have done it. This is what I would demand of myself as a writer. Congrats to Ethan. I have a new respect, and this is great for me because I've been watching him, but I haven't been reading the stuff because, well, look, everyone's got opinions about what's going on. And I wanted this to be genuine. I wanted to establish myself on here as being a voice of reason. And I think I've proved myself as a voice of reason in this single title. Some issues are good and some issues are bad. And today we're coming back to it, and today happens to be a good issue, and we'll get to that. But this is good. This is good work. This is really good work. Look at the art. And the story is good. If I'm flipping channels on the television, I would stay on this. I would just watch this because this is Stargate. This is as good as, I watched every Stargate episode. I have the box set here somewhere. Stargate is as good at writing, is as good of writing for episodic adventure television, sci-fi, fantasy, adventure television as will ever be produced by anyone anywhere, hands down. I guess the first episodes were like over $1 million each. So say whatever you want about that. Ethan has the same problem my stories have. My stories are set in the future with massive floating city. And unless I make the video game, no one else can afford to. And so I can afford to make the Cyber Fraud video game and movie. We're going to find out. This is good writing. I'll probably do Johnny the Homicidal Maniac first. I will give Jean and Vasquez however much money he wants to make that movie. And that will be the first thing Alpha Channel Studios produces. We are going to get to that comic book. I keep threatening y'all with it, but, you know, maybe a few more days. A few more days. This is really good, you guys. And we are going to look at, so today I'm going to promote Starlight Cats. Starlight Cats was the first Comicsgate book that I bought years ago. I just opened it for the first time today to even flip through it. I bought it because I was working on a werewolf image and I wanted to see how Shane did fur. And I saw it digitally. I downloaded a bunch of his stuff, and so I just sort of kept this as like a memento, sort of like a really nice piece of... But look at how good he draws little kids. I'm so impressed with it. See, kids are hard. Kids are really hard to make them look friendly and fun, and you can do it. If you can draw kids in a comic book, you can do anything, or animation. You can do scenes like this. This is exactly what I would do. I want to have dinosaurs attack them all in like 1992, you know. But look at this. This is just beautiful, beautiful artwork. So we're just promoting this. I don't know how much of this I will read between today and tomorrow. We're just going to look at it today. I will read some of it tomorrow, as well as a regular either Conan or something, you know, probably another Conan, because I've got a few in this run. We did already 76, and this is 79. Conan the Barbarian, 79. And I just read this today. It's good. It's this is Ernie Chan and Roy Thomas. Ernie Chan was basically, I think, John Buscema's finisher for a while, I want to say. And it wasn't until halfway through the book that I really looked at, or maybe it was the second page, that I really looked at a panel and was like, that's not John Buscema. But the layouts are awesome. The girl's clothing is magnificent. I love the way the girl is dressed. She has just the right amount of clothing on, you know, for like a 1970s sort of disco girl who gets stuck escorting Conan through a brutal and barbaric background. So basically what's going on, Conan has been recruited by some guy to take one of these jewels, which is called the Eye of Ophir, I want to say, and he has to carry it somewhere and prove that so-and-so is now the legitimate king, and then he has to take the other one back. And Conan is basically the toughest guy around, so that's why they nominate him for this job. And of course it comes with its own set of threats, namely of which his escorts try and kill him in the middle of the night. So that's what this is. You can never... Conan, I will stand by this. The first 100 issues, every lesson Conan learns is about trust. Do not trust anyone. And so for Oliver Stone to take that into the movie, you know, I don't think they had Conan throw a sword in the movie. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. He throws that machete in Predator. Stick around. Here he is with a bow, an arrow. Conan is fighting in the mountains right here. He falls down a cliff and he's knocked out overnight. Ernie Chan does a really good job. This is magnificent artwork. I am really, really, really impressed. And Conan shoots an archer and the guy causes an avalanche. Conan hides and most of the other guys get killed. Most of the other guys. Now, get this. So the main wizard is named Hunyadi. Hunyadi is Janusz Hunyadi. Roy Thomas did the Vlad Tepes books that we looked at recently. He wrote those. Janusz Hunyadi was the Hungarian prince who led Vlad's father in a foiled attempt to attack Sultan Mehmet, while Mehmet had Vlad himself and his brother Radu, Vlad's father, and his brother Mircea attacked the Sultan while they were hostages at his court in the camp of Janusz Hunyadi. They were forced to participate in a sort of crusade against the Ottomans. This was at a time when the Sultan had all this money from further east. He basically conquered the dying Genghis Khan Empire and Conan, Dodgy, and Avalanche. He had hired the German bell makers to make cannons for his ships. Now he wanted to sail those ships up the Danube and attack Europe. And so they named the wizard Hunyadi in this episode of Conan. You start to notice things like that when you're literate. I read everything in English about Vlad. If you want to be a horror writer, it's sort of required reading, 4 pages of ads. Conan rescues the girl, but they're not out of the woods yet because some of those archers survived and they start shooting arrows at them. So they are now on the run again. And they come out overlooking her home village. And she knows that there is, directly below where they are, secret handhelds. Can you climb, barbarian? She says. Conan, climb. He's a master climber. Master mountain man. The guy, Conan, throws a rock at him, hits him in the face. And we have the story of Iskander. As soon as I saw that name, I recognized it too. Iskander is in my stories right now. Some angels meet him when he cuts the Gordian knot. And Roy Thomas doesn't wait. He tells us it is indeed Alexander, traveled into the past and settled this girl's village. So Alexander is a time traveling like the Terminator now. He went back in the past and settled, these are his people. These are Greeks. And this is just awesome. This is a great comic book. I can't complain about this comic book. So Conan is hanging out with Alexander's progeny, ancestors, way in the past. It's like Terminator, which hasn't even come out yet when this movie came out. When this comic book came out, Terminator had not yet come out. Arnold had not yet played Conan the Barbarian. And here we have a time loop just like Terminator. How fucking awesome is that? How fucking awesome is that? So, these are the little things you discover. And tomorrow I'll be back for more. Please check out, this is tomorrow's Conan. This is 80? 81. We'll read this one tomorrow. Because I'm impressed with that. That deserves 2 in a row. But please check out Legacy of a Mad Scientist, Legend of Ashley Fox, 2 amazing audiobooks here on YouTube for you, 13 hours each. You can download the ebooks for free or pay for them for $1. Pay $1 for them at Amazon. You can buy the paperbacks too. Free at smashwords.com. And a PDF comic book here, free for you in the description, along with some links to people like Michael Sarion and Cliff High. And if you haven't seen David Icke's Revelations of a Mother Goddess, give yourself, that is a 3-hour horror movie like nothing you will ever see. Treat yourself this Halloween to that. When they say suspension of disbelief, really believe that Arizona Wilder believes everything she's saying in that video. I will make sure to link it in the description right now. All right, see you guys.